Hello, hello. Welcome everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Lovely Lavender Wishes. It's Renee and I hope you're having a very blessed day. So let's continue on, slowly but surely, y'all. I get like 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, you know, half hour here. So I think this small little journal is probably going to take us a really long time, but that's okay. Hey, there is no deadline. So I don't know what I showed y'all last time from the last video because there's so much time in between each video. Okay, I know we worked on this. So let me show you. I sewed all of these pockets. I sewed the lace to the top of each one. So we sewed each pocket, sewed lace to the bottom, and then they were glued in to the book. So this pocket goes all the way down. I need a flatter. Let me grab here. I've got my ruler here. So this pocket goes all the way down. You can see it goes all the way down to the bottom. And then this pocket goes right here. So we have a large pocket here and this pocket here. So I did that. Let's see what else. Flip this over. I sewed lace to the side of this, on this side. So lace was sewn. This vellum sheet was sewn in, this vellum pocket right here. These were all sewn. So inked up, sewn around. This was sewn to the vellum as well. So what I did is I put this whole cluster together, sewed it all together, sewed it to the vellum, and then sewed the vellum to this. So you do it like in stages, you know, sew the top part, the next part, and on and on. And then this one, this pocket was sewn all the way around, and the lace was sewn to the pocket. And then the whole pocket was, I think I glued this pocket in. So these three sides were glued in. So we've got lace there. Okay, here we've got a belly band. It goes through. I just gotta, you know, it goes through. So we have a belly band here. So this was sewn. This was sewn across, and it was all sewn to the lace, and then the lace was sewn to this pocket. Then the pocket was sewn with lace to the back. Right here, and the whole pocket was sewn, and then it was glued in. The flaps were glued in, and then this tag, the eyelet was put in. It was sewn all around and backed with some of that paper that we made at the very beginning. So this is a big tag, and I'm going to figure out what to put on the top here. That is probably maybe some lace, because I want some lace sticking out there. So something will go in here. So this is a belly band right here as well. So we'll get something in there. We still got to decorate everything. So I think that is all that I did off camera, just all the sewing stuff. Oh, I sewed some lace to this back flap as well. We're gonna put a big grommet here, and then the grommet is gonna have some sari silk or some lace or something that's gonna hold this whole thing together. So I'm not gonna put anything on here. We're gonna do a big grommet there eventually. So let's start working on this. Okay, someone just dropped a package off at my front door. Let me grab it real quick. Give me 2 seconds. The beauty of Amazon, y'all. I think my husband orders more stuff than I do. It's hilarious. I try to stay away from ordering things as much as I can. Okay, so for this piece, I had this little ephemera piece. It's just a white piece of, you know, it's on a little bit heavier cards paper than copy paper, but I'm gonna back it with some of this extra paper. So all I'm going to do, really, we're just gonna kind of craft along and do this. I'm just gonna sew this to the back, or glue it to the back first, and then I'm going to sew it off camera. So I'll show you all again what I'm gonna do off camera. The sewing is just because I can't get my sewing machine on camera. It's way over there, and it's just hard to do all that on camera for y'all. So I'm just gonna line this up as best as possible. And then I'm gonna probably sew around this with a zigzag stitch because I just like it. It's pretty, y'all. And then this gives your tag, you know, a cool background, you know, backing on it, and it strengthens the piece of paper up. And when you sew it, that actually strengthens it up more as well. So I'm gonna sew around this. And I was thinking, I really love this lace. So I'm gonna glue it on right now, but it's going to get sewn on. Let's see right out there. So it'll get glued on. Oh, did I cut that? I cut that wonky. I'm gonna get my good scissors here. These scissors, y'all, cut through everything like butter. I say this a lot. This is Uvingo, U-V-I-N-G-O scissors I got off of, I think I got these off of Amazon, but I only use these for, like, these are like my, I call them my crappy scissors just because I cut everything with these. These are my Fisker scissors and they've got glue and a whole bunch of stuff on it. But these scissors I only use for cutting through, you know, material, lace, things like that. And I just love them. They work so well for me. I've heard mixed reviews, but I mean, it works perfectly for me. So I have never had a problem with them. Okay, so I'm going to just put, actually, before I do that, that reminded me, let's ink this up. Ink, 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 always ink up. Yeah, I have about 45 minutes or so today, so I'm gonna try to get as much in as I can in that 45 minutes. Like I said, this one's gonna be a little longer process because I can only do a little bit at a time, but you know, that gives everybody a chance to catch up, do their thing, whatever, or just follow along. I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue here just to hold it for now. It will get sewn on. So I'm just gonna kind of tap that down and let that sit there. So I'm gonna do, see, now I'm getting glue everywhere on me. I'm gonna do a zigzag stitch on this. Actually, I should maybe bring that down a tad. Otherwise that lace will probably flip and flop over. But I kind of like that. Ooh, I do like that when it flops over. And, okay, and when I sew it. Okay, I wonder if I put, where'd that lace go? Just put it away. If I put another one on the back, I don't know. I'm gonna have to fool with that. It just makes it heavier anyways. I might just leave that. We'll see. I'll see what it looks like. Okay, so off camera, I'm gonna sew around this, and that's gonna be the tag that's gonna go right in here, and I want this lace to kind of stick out the top right there. So for the pocket, I am gonna do, I have a little bit of this vellum left. Let's see which side. I'm gonna do just like a diagonal tear it and just like a little torn pocket like that. I just want to make sure it's, I'm gonna have to cut this down just a tad more. And I want this to come up a little bit more. I just keep fooling with it, y'all, until I get what I am looking for. And I don't know what I'm looking for. People are always like, what are you looking for? I don't know. I don't know. I know it when I see it. That's all I know. Okay, so I'm gonna ink that up. Oh, actually, nope. I'm gonna round the corners first. Just round the corners. Then we'll ink it up. It's always helpful to do it in the right steps. Like I always tell y'all, watch the video all the way through first because usually about halfway through, I'm like, oops, I did that wrong. I should have done it this way. Okay, and I could sew this. Let me see here. If I go to my sewing machine and I sew it this way, I'll just have some sew marks here. Or I could glue it. Let's see, actually I think I'm gonna glue this one, but that is gonna jam right in that corner there. So that's why you gotta kind of test it out on in your book. You know, like get it in and test it out. See, this is where the crease is right there, so I want to make sure it's not gonna get in there. Okay, that's perfect. And then let's make sure this will be able to slide in. Okay, yep, I'm gonna just glue this. So I'm gonna glue it around these 3 sides. I'm gonna glue it up just a little, but I'm gonna leave this part open so it can easily slide in and out. And just make sure you burnish it down real well. Oop. And once this gets sewn in or sewn, you can just even kind of go in like that. I want the lace sticking at the top. And you can stick it all the way in, but I kind of like it just kind of peeping up here, or even on an angle. Okay. Just making sure it all fits. If I look and this is not sticking as well, the glue isn't drying as well, I'll just go in and sew that to make sure it stays. And then I'll just have some thread, you know, some sew marks sticking out over here. I'll probably do that just to make sure. So I'll do that off camera, and I'll sew this off camera. So let me put that by my sewing machine to remind me to do that. Okay, so that's that first page, easy peasy. Let's decorate this part. I was thinking of doing a few lacy things. Okay, this is a freebie from Artie Mays, and I just cut it out. It was like, you know, little ephemera pieces she had. And so I thought this would be perfect for the shabby. I have a lot of butterflies and flowers and little ephemera pieces in this. So this works perfectly. And I had a bunch of different sizes. I just printed a whole page out of these. And so I just fussy cut this little piece out. And I was grabbing a few of my different laces, and I really liked this shiny one. So I was thinking of layering some of this lace and having some of it again stick out of the bottom. Okay. So I'm just gonna cut that. And maybe have this piece like this. A little wonky. Doesn't have to be straight. I want it sticking out. And then maybe have that like right there. And that's what it'll look like closed. So it'll be peeping out. Oh, I like that. Okay. So I am going to glue this to that. And then glue this to this. And I want it sticking out the bottom, right? Sticking out the side a little bit. And then I want that on kind of like a little angle too. I don't like having everything perfectly straight. I mean, I could have that part straight. And then that way that's sticking out. Yeah, we'll just do that. And then I'm gonna glue this to, and then what I wanna do is do some accent, some some of this glossy accents onto the butterfly, but I'm gonna do that last because it takes a while for it to dry, and so I'm gonna have to leave this open. So I'll do this on the butterfly, so make it kind of raised with this glossy accent on it. I'll do that after I'm done sewing everything, getting everything in, and then I'll put this on and let it sit overnight open like this, because if you touch it, it'll mess it up. It takes a little while for it to dry. So if I do it now and I'm flipping the pages and all that, it's gonna get all messed up. So I'm gonna remind myself, I'll put this by my sewing machine too, that I need to do that after I'm done sewing everything. So remember, this is gonna be a top loading pocket. So in this pocket, let's figure out, let me move my lace and stuff here. Let's figure out what we're gonna put in it. I was kind of goofing around with some ideas. Let's see. I had this ephemera piece and I thought that would be perfect in this window. So I have, ooh, I love this too. And I think this is gonna be the perfect height already, almost. So I can just use this perfectly and just cut this. So let's cut it like right there. I think that should, I might have to cut it down a little. Where's my cutter? Okay. Clear off my workstation. Let's get the straight side here, so I'll make sure I cut it straight. I still probably won't cut it straight, y'all. I always have issues. Oh, okay, so before I start working on this, let's make sure it fits. Ooh, it's a little tight, so I'm just gonna have to cut that down a little bit. But ooh, that is even pretty, just like that, with those flowers. But I'm gonna cut this down just a tad more because I don't want it to be so tight. I want it to slide in and out easily. Trying to see what's on the background there. There we go. That's even pretty, but this might be prettier. Let's see if this is on there. If we glue this on or sew this in there, that looking, ooh, that'll bring out that pink. And then let me see, where was that? This will be here, so we'll have 3 different pink areas. I like these flowers. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. So now I have to figure out exactly where on this. Okay, we want it like right about there. So I drew a line right there, you can see. So this I want to go right about there. So those will be showing in the picture, in the window. Okay, so let's ink this up. And again, use whatever you have. If you don't have, you know what, I'm gonna round these corners. If you don't have the same exact paper, same exact images, just look around, look at what you have. Find some napkins, find something with an image you like. I just had this little piece of ephemera. It was like on a, like a, you know, ephemera sheet I had or printed out a long time ago. Oh, and then the flowers will be down here. That'll be pretty. So just use what you have. Find images that you have that you like. You know, you don't have to go out and buy kits or buy anything. I'm actually trying not to buy any more paper, any more ephemera pieces, anything, unless, like, you know, I might be at a garage sale and they're selling like a whole set of something. But I really don't want to purchase anything right now because I really got to start using up what I have. And I have so much, and I just make do. So I look at what other people do and I'm like, well, I don't have exactly what they have, but I'm going to use, you know, I'm going to improvise and use what I have. Oh, that's so pretty with all these flowers. Okay, let's make sure before that totally dries that this will fit right in that little window right there. Come on. And it does. I mean, it doesn't fit perfectly because, you know, it's a little shorter than the window, but that's fine. Oh, that's so pretty. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Working. And then I think I'm debating, do we want to back this? Actually, it's going to be pretty, well, okay, no, you know what I'm going to do first? Okay, so I am going to sew, I'm going to do a zigzag stitch around that, so then the zigzag stitch will be showing through there. So because of that, remember I had this piece with all this splatter on it, I am going to I'm just gonna go like this and just trace around this. And I cut this piece out, and after I sew this around, then I will glue this backing on and then sew around the whole thing. Does that make sense, y'all? That way you won't see the stitching on the back side of this middle piece. So this will get stitched first, and then I'll glue this to here, see? And that'll cover up the stitching that's right there. And then that'll glue, and then I'll stitch around the whole thing, and then you'll just have the stitching around. Then you can journal there. Oh, that'll be cool. Okay, so we'll do that. That'll be stitching. Okay, and then I wanted to do a little topper. I had this flower paper. Again, I think I got this in a, when people were sending me their stuff when we did our 1,000 subscriber thing, I took the topping off this, but I loved this paper, so I really want to use it. I said I'd be using your stuff in a variety of different ways, and y'all, I am. Okay, so again, I do everything the hard way. I do not have one of these tab maker things that make the tabs look like this, you know, those little tabs on the top. And I love the way these look. So let me show you how I did this. And there's probably an easier way, y'all, but I do things my way. So I took a little round thing like this and just traced the bottom like so. Then I did like a straight line this way, a straight line this way, then a little thing this way, and then straight across this way, okay? But to show you how I get it even across both, I fold this so it's kind of like in the middle. See, there's the middle, right? And I just did it with a scrap paper. So there's the middle of the little, the loop-de-loop or whatever in the bottom. So then I cut this like so, and then I know I wanted to go up like that, and then do like a little like swoop, and then straight across. And then you open it up, and just like that, you have a template, just like this, for a tab. Look at that. So if you don't have your own, y'all, make your own. Just, you know, fold your paper and do it. Actually, I think I like this one better for size-wise. Let's see. It's a little, well, I'm not using that page. I'm using this page. We'll use this one because that's a little wider, a little bigger. Well, that's cute too. Okay, we'll use this one. We'll use this one. So I just use this as a template, and I love these flowers right here. So I am going to just trace this. And then you know it's even on both sides. And you don't have to keep trying to figure out how to draw it so it's even on both sides. And what you could do is put two pieces together, because I need two of these, but I'm gonna do this again the hard way. I'm gonna cut each one out individually. So now I'm just following my pencil marks. I'm gonna take my eraser, make sure I erase them, but I'm gonna ink it up anyway, so it'll be hidden. But that will go like so. One on the front, and that'll get sewn around too. So we're gonna do one on the front and one on the back. So let's do those flowers right there. So let's see, this is gonna go like this because I'm gonna flip it over, so. Just wanna make sure they both sides match perfectly, because they're gonna get glued together. Or as perfectly as they can get. have a regular tab punch that does different tabs than these, but I really like these. Like, I guess you call them fishtail tabs or something like that. And I just like them. Perfect. Look at that. Okay, so this one's gonna get glued to the front. Let's ink them up. Okay, did that? Yeah, not so perfect. I didn't think so. I was like, what the heck happened here? What happened? That's what happened, because Renee cannot cut anything straight or even or anything. I don't know how I get so wonky all the time. But it's always fixable, always fixable. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's see. This one's gonna get glued to the front. Just this bottom part. The top part's gonna be sticking up. So we want that there. And then this is going to get glued to there eventually. I'm just lining everything up right now. And that is gonna go right there. So there we go. So again, I'm gonna sew this first. Let me move this over a tad. Okay, is that the middle? Looks like it. Does it? Yeah. Gosh, I think I'm seeing everything lopsided. So this will get sewn on first. Then this is gonna get glued on. You know, I'll just kind of glue it on quickly, and then it's gonna get sewn around there. So I'll do that off camera. And then this is going to be a big tab, so you can journal on this side, and that's gonna go in here with this sticking at the top. And I actually might put some lace hanging up from it too, we'll see. Okay, so I'll put this by the sewing machine because I gotta sew that as well. So there we go, we got that one done. Okay, then I was gonna leave that because I really like that. But for this side, I really liked these flowers, and I like the yellow that plays off this. So again, I am going to do, I think I'm just gonna tear this. Do another torn, kind of a pocket. Tuck spot pocket. Yeah, I like that. I like the words too. We'll save that. We might be able to use that for something. So then we have another little tuck spot here. Let's ink that up. I actually want to tear this a little bit too. Tear the top part. Okay, so that'll get glued in there. And I actually want to put some lace at the bottom. So then that, when this is closed, this lace is going to be peeping out of the bottom. That'll look pretty. Okay, so I'm going to glue it on right now. But again, I'm going to take this part to the sewing machine and sew around all of this with the sewing. Pretty. Okay, let me cut those extra edges off here. that'll go like that. So when this is closed, you're gonna see this little lace peeping out the bottom too here. Okay, cool. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna take this and sew all of this at the sewing machine as well, and then that will get glued in, because I'm not gonna sew that to this because this is a top loading pocket and I cannot sew, if I sew this, it'll sew it together. Well, actually not really, because the only part I'd be sewing would be these edges. And those are already sewn shut anyways. So actually I might be able to take this. So what I'll do is I'll sew all of this. You know what? I'm not even gonna sew that. I'm talking aloud as I'm doing this, y'all. I'm just gonna take it to the sewing machine and sew down this way and across this way, because there's already a sewed area here and here. So I can actually sew this to this, and this part, all the middle part will still be open. So that will work. So I'll take this to the sewing machine and sew that to that. So put that over there, we got that. Okay, now let's work on something here. Move all this. Okay. I had, let's see, I wanted to do like a little, I have all this stuff here. Okay, so I have this little piece of paper. I love this pink. And I have these washi tapes, and I love these pink flowers. I think I'm going towards pinks and blues in this thing. But I'm gonna cut this one out. Put that to the side. And I'm gonna cut these white parts off at the bottom. I don't like these little borders down here. Oop. Everything's sticking to me, y'all. Okay, let's cut this. And to give this strength, I figured I'd put this on some cardstock, some scrapbook paper. So it's a piece of paper. And I want to make, like, wouldn't that look pretty against all those pinks? I want to keep this as much as I can. I don't want to cover this. That's why I never covered it with paper, because I really, really like it. So I just want to do like a little pockets, something that this little tag can fit in, so we can just do like a little pocket. And I got this tag from, let's see, what is this? This was AliExpress purchase with all these tags in it. Ooh, I like that one too. Let me see. I like the white. I think the white will go better. Oh, what about this one? Or this one? Oh my gosh, y'all. Decisions. I don't know. This one's got the colors. We'll stick with that. Stick with my first idea. I keep second guessing myself. But yeah, this was a little package of, and I can't even read this, retro collage cards, I think it says here, that I got from AliExpress. So you can get a lot of that kind of stuff. So let me make sure. We want this to be able to fit in, so it's got to be big enough. I kind of like this part that's going to show through. So, or do I like this part? We'll just do this part, I think. Okay, so I'm going to stick this to here. Straight. And then I'm going to, actually, I'm going to glue this to here, actually, because it's already coming on. It's washi tape. You know, washi tape doesn't stick very well unless you glue it. And actually, I'm going to give myself a good border around this. Oh, and then I stuck it upside down, y'all. Goodness gracious. It's okay, just redo it. Okay. Trying to think this through. So I'm gonna cut this and then just a small border down the bottom. Let me see, I could always cut it back, which I may do. I was gonna put like a little, let's see here. one of these at the top. Let's see if it'll work, and if I like it. If not, I'll just cut it off. Is that about the middle? And that can fit in there. Yeah, that should work. Okay. Gonna round these corners. Ink it up. Okay, and then I had this little die cut piece that I thought perhaps might go there. And then some more of this lace. I was thinking having more of the lace. So when that's closed, that'll be showing with the lace right here. And there's gonna be lace out this part too, right? Yeah, from this part. So let me see what this is gonna look like. I always like to test things out. Ugh, goodness gracious, it's hard to do it though if it's not all glued in. So that'll be sticking out like that. This will be coming out the bottom. So we'll have kind of like a double little lace just part right there. Oh, that'll look cute. I could even put lace all the way across the bottom here. Then we have that and that. Oh yeah, that'll look even. Okay. Testing, testing. Okay, so. I had some of these flowers too, but now I'm trying to figure out if I want this or, let's see, I've got so many. I'm trying to grab some of my ephemera pieces and such. Let's just see what other goodies we have and what can perhaps fit there. None of those are grabbing me. I do have, let's see. Yeah, that wouldn't. Could tear one of these out. Let's see. We've got some vellum pieces here. I love these little booklets too. These are from AliExpress as well. Some, like it's got vellum in the middle, vellum pieces, and then paper pieces on the front and back. Just looking at some of these flowers and trying to, ooh, there's a big pink one. Let's see. Yeah, no. It's just not grabbing me, y'all. What to do, what to do? I have to dwell on that a little bit. I'm not sure if I want that piece there or if I should just leave it. What do y'all think? Help me, help me, help me. Let me see what other things I have here. Oh, wait. Where was... I had some washi tape. Let me see. Ooh, I love that. See, so all of a sudden you get like a spur of an idea. I had these other washi tapes too. Let me see this one. Y'all, help me, help me. Let me just stick all that back there. I really like this washi tape if I can find the end. I just don't know what to do with it though. I like tearing it. For some reason I just think like this middle part just needs something, but I don't want to cover. I'm just fooling around now, y'all, until something comes to me. I like that too. I just have to decorate this thing with some. I don't like that though. Oh yeah, I like that. And then this pulls that in. Okay. Yeah, that's not, I keep going back to that, but it's just not doing it for me. I don't know. I'll figure something out. Maybe I'll just leave it like this. Yeah. Put this back. We'll figure it out. But I like that part. Okay, so then this is going to get glued down here. So let's see here. I'll pull that there. And that's gonna go right there. And I'm gonna have to glue that as well. Okay, so, because I can't sew it because this is a pocket right here. So if I sew it, it'll shut that pocket down. I mean, I could sew this lace, but once it gets glued on, it's pretty much on. Okay, so we got that. And then that will go there. Okay, so we're gonna glue these 3 sides down. You could do one of those pockets too with the flaps and stuff, but since I'm just gonna slide a little tag in here, we don't really need a thicker pocket with the flaps. Plus I want all this to lay flat, like all these flips on top and stuff, and if I have a lot of bulk, it'll start, you know, coming up like that, and I don't want that as much as I can prevent it from happening. Okay, I'm gonna glue this washi tape down too, because you always want to glue washi tape down because it does come up. I'll see how that stays. I might have to put some glue on that too. It just brings a little bit more of the pink and flowers into that. Okay. Okay, let's make sure now. That will slide in nicely. Okay. I was thinking of backing this, but I don't even think I need to. It's a pretty good cardstock, and then you can just write on the back here. Okay, so let's just ink this part up. Okay. And then some of this. Let's see. I don't want this to get too bulky again, so I want to shorten that a tad. And then I can use this other side for another one. So let's put it down right here. And a lot of it's just trial and error, y'all. Just keep playing back and forth. Just keep playing with it until you get what you're looking for. And again, half the time, I don't know what I'm looking for. Okay, now that's too short. Come on, y'all. Come on, we can do this. We can adjust it. It'll just be peeping out just like that. And I'll do this one a little longer. Cute. I'm gonna make sure that's all. And it can sit that way. You have that little part peeping out, or okay. So we've got a little pocket here, a little tuck spot, and then we got a larger pocket here that we're gonna have to fill. Okay. So there we go, and we can use this for something. Maybe the tab up here. So then that'll tie those two in. We'll figure that out once I start filling all these pockets. Right now I'm still trying to decorate and such. Okay, so we're gonna sew that there. Let's see, trying to figure out what next. Okay, I had this piece, and that was gonna pull in this pink over here, and I was gonna kind of maybe do like a side two of them here. So like a tuck spot here, and then we got the pocket here. And again, I want to keep this one pretty flat because we don't want to add too much bulk, but we want some little hidden things and little tuck spots and such. So this is another little ephemera piece I had. So I am going to cut this out. And then ink up. Well, actually, let's do a little, just a little one. Let's see, is that the middle? Kind of the middle. And we'll ink this up. I love all these butterflies and flowers and just the script and just all the you know, like the grungy type look, but it's all pastel, so it's like really feminine as well. I really like that. Okay, so this one we're just gonna glue these three sides. I don't even have to do anything with this. That's just beautiful. I'm gonna keep that paper just as is. I'm not even gonna embellish that at all. Now, if I would have thought of this ahead of time, I could have sewn this to this piece of paper before I glued it to the envelope here, but I didn't think of it ahead of time. But that's okay. You can always glue. If you don't have a sewing machine, don't worry about it. You don't have to sew. You can glue. I just like to sew because it just gives it a little bit more texture. And you know, now that I'm saying that, I should have sewn around this. And you know what? I'm going to. Now that I'm talking, I'm gonna wipe this off. Whoop, I'm gonna go back in and glue it again anyway, so that won't matter if that's there. But what I'm going to do is I'm gonna take this to the sewing machine, do a zigzag stitch around this whole thing, just to give it, again, some texture, and then I'll glue it. So I'll sew this first. Then this is gonna be the piece that's gonna go in here. Another little butterfly. Gosh, I keep going with, apparently I have a lot of butterflies and flowers. So that's gonna go in here, but I wanted to back this. And I'm thinking, I'm gonna give it maybe on this, and then you have that part to journal on the back. Or do we want it opposite? Trying to see what would look good, and then you can journal on that side too. They're both pretty clear. Yeah, let's do it that way because I think that fades in too much. Okay, so we're gonna do it this way. So I'm actually going to glue this to here. See how much time, oh my gosh, we're at 50 minutes, y'all, already. Okay, we'll finish this part up. Okay, I like that with the wording. So I'm just gonna, man, the time flies, y'all. When I'm crafting, it flies so fast. I can't even believe it. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this. And this is just gonna be a small little journal card. Okay, so what I'm gonna do probably here is sew along this with a straight stitch, just again to give it a little bit more, you know, something. And then you have this side that you can journal on. So this will be sewn around with a zigzag stitch. This will be sewn around with a straight stitch. This will get glued in here, like so. And then this will tuck right in, hopefully. Hopefully. It might be a little tight, so I might have to cut those edges down a tad. If I can glue it really, yeah, looks like I'm gonna have to cut these edges down just a tad. These sides. That should be good. Okay, so I'm gonna ink this part up. I probably should have inked this part up too. And then that's gonna get sewn, and that'll tuck right in there. And I might do like a little lace topper here. I don't know. Oh yeah, that'll be pretty. Like a little lace, maybe something right around here. So let's cut this right there. Got to add more lace to our shabby lace folio. So that's gonna get glued right there, and then that'll get sewn on. So let's glue that right now. I'm thinking about it. And that'll go in there. And I just want to make sure it's not going to cover this part. So that should go down like that. Perfect. So we'll have some more lace right here. Okay, so I'll do that off camera as well. I will, oops, starting to glue a little bit. I'll sew this, glue it in. Okay, so there we go with that. Do that. Yay, we are progressing, y'all. Okay, and then here, I wanted to do a quick belly band. So I'm thinking, maybe some more lace. So I'm gonna cut this to size and maybe sew this in. Sew the heart around with like a straight stitch or something. And let me grab, let me make this straight. So that'll kind of go like on an angle like that. And then this will be a belly band in here. So we can slide something in here. And this will get glued here and here. I would sew it, but if I would have, I can't get this whole thing into the sewing machine, this whole part. But if I would have known ahead of time that I was gonna do this, I would have sewn this to this piece of paper before I glued this whole paper in here. But it's no biggie. Glue will work just as well. I'm gonna get some really good tacky glue and glue that in. But this will get sewn here. So while I'm thinking about that, let's measure this and this. Okay, I did that a little wonky on an angle, so let's get a good angle here. And that will fit perfectly right there. And then I'll sew around that. So I'm gonna ink that up, glue this together, and then sew around that, and then glue these two in. And then next time I will show you everything that we have gotten accomplished so far and move on from there. So little by little, we're getting this done. So anyways, hope you all are enjoying. Maybe it's giving you some other ideas of something that you can maybe do in one of your journals. And we'll just see where it goes from here. I don't know what I'm going to be doing next. So we'll see, but I love it. I love how it's coming together. It's gonna look so pretty, y'all. So that's gonna go like that. And then this, we're gonna put a grommet, and this is gonna tie all this together because we still have to fill all these up. So it's gonna get chunky. And then I'm gonna kind of go in here into the journal and maybe do a few pockets or things. So we'll see. But yeah, it's getting there, but it feels really good in my hands. I'm loving this. So, and I'm loving all this lace sticking out, and the more lace we're putting on, the better. So yay. Okay, y'all. Well, I'll see you in the next video. Keep crafting. Love y'all. Bye-bye.